We need to have a real honest conversation about Nikola Jović. This was supposed to be the year, his breakout season, the potential leap, and this was the moment that he was supposed to put it all together and be one of our best role players off of our bench and potentially one of our best sixth men. And instead, we're sitting here talking about inconsistency, lack of effort, careless turnovers, and a new 4-year, $62.4 million extension that already looks questionable. So we're breaking down why Nico has struggled so badly so far this season and why Eric Spoelstra's patience could be running thin and what this means for the Miami Heat moving forward. So the moment that gave us false hope a few nights ago, Jovic walks into the post-game media room after dropping a career-high 29 points. He's apologetic at first. He's being honest. He says this is the start of something better. And Heat fans, we believed him. I was excited. I was hyped up. I made a video complimenting him and praising him for his amazing play. And he follows that with, the game-winning assist in overtime versus Cleveland. A perfect sideline inbound pass to Andrew Wiggins for that walk-off alley-oop dunk. It looks like the spark we had all been waiting for this season, because he only had one other good game against Memphis where he scored 20 points. Other than that, up and down, roller coaster. One good game followed by 3 bad ones, then an okay game, and then a good game. And that is just a typical role player. They're consistently inconsistent. But 2 nights later, the momentum that Jovic built all fell apart. He fell right back into the same patterns. And Wednesday night against the shorthanded Cavs, he was bad. Let's keep it real. 2 points, 1 for 6 shooting, 4 turnovers, looked sluggish, careless, disengaged. He was playing against the Cavs B team. They sat out half of their team, and he was playing against lesser competition. And the lesser competition on the other end, they stepped up and beat the Miami Heat. Proctor, their rookie, Craig Porter Jr., players like that stepped up and dominated when they were given the opportunity. Nico's been given a lot of opportunities, whether he's starting or coming off the bench as the 6th man or the 7th guy off the bench, and he's been inconsistent to say the least. But Spoelstra's reaction, it felt like we've been watching the same movie for the past 3 years. And usually we give him the benefit of the doubt because of his role, minutes, and injuries, but this isn't new. Again, like I've mentioned, you'll see one breakout game followed by multiple invisible games. Then you'll see another game where he has a highlight pass. And then you'll see another game followed by careless turnovers. Then you'll see another game where he's a unicorn and there's a flash of superstar or all-star talent. Then you see a game of really good defense, then a game of weak defense and a ton of fouls and a ton of mistakes and a ton of hesitation. And again, yes, he's young, but this is his 4th season. He's only 22. I give him the benefit of the doubt, but this is the definition of inconsistency and a general role player. I don't want him to be a general role player. I want him to be an elite role player. That's why we paid him that 4-year extension, for his potential, not for what he's done, because he's been hurt and hasn't shown a lot on the court. He's had flashes again, but we paid him for what we hope he can be. And Spo finally said what needed to be said. He said, why? He was asked, why has Jovic been so inconsistent? Is it the new offense? Is the system throwing him off? And Spo's answer was low-key, harsh, and immediate. He said, that's not why. Let's not do that. He shut down that excuse instantly. He basically said it's all about his intention, his maturity, his professionalism, his daily preparation. Then he said something louder than anything else. It's not the new offense. That's ridiculous. Stop making excuses for him, basically saying it's not our offense. It's Nico right now. And Spo continued to say when he plays with force, when he approaches shoot around and film, it is important, you see the possibilities, but he doesn't see it that way as always important, perhaps. And right now you could just translate what Spo is saying, that Nico needs to lock in every day. He needs to go through the emotions but stay confident. Like, he doesn't treat every moment with seriousness that's required. He needs to build better habits. And I think he said even that, like, Nico has a laissez-faire approach and attitude sometimes when it comes to games, and sometimes it helps him because he's fearless, and other times he's not confident and, turns the ball over. So sloppy passes, lazy fouls, slow defensive rotations, like, he needs to be locked in. And when he's locked in, he looks like that 6'10" point forward with all-star potential. And he needs to be more consistent, man. I know it's early on. I'm not going to write him off and say he sucks, but he's been sucking this year. So I'm going to criticize. When he's good, I'm going to praise. That's what I do. I'm a realist, Miami Heat diehard fan. If you're sucking, I'm going to let you know. If Spo is making mistakes, I'm going to let him know. If they're playing well and doing great, like, I'm going to give them their praise. But the $62 million question is, this extension kicks in next season. Right now, it looks like a bad bet, and it's not because Nico doesn't have the talent. He absolutely does, but he's just one player who is inconsistent, and he needs to continue to build off of the good games and not take a step back anytime he takes a step forward, not showing growth and then disappearing. He needs to continue to stack up as many games as possible and be consistent. Inconsistency is about role players. Stars are not inconsistent. Tyler Hero, you see him becoming a star and an all-star. Same with Bam Adebayo. Yes, Bam will have a game where he scores 13. And I'm not just referring to the offense, but I am in this instance. You'll see Bam have a 13-point game. He'll follow it up with a 20-point game, an 18-point game, a 19-point game, a 17-point game, a 25-point game, a 30-point game, an 18-point game. His averages are 20 points for a reason. Like, Nico's averaging under 10 points per game, I believe now. And that's because one game he'll have 20, the next 3 he'll have 5, then you'll have 13, then you'll have 7. Like, that's not showing growth. You need to be consistent to be a star. You need to be consistent to be an all-star. You need to be consistent to become a superstar. SGA averages 30 points per game because he's a superstar and he's consistent. That's what you need to be. His production needs to be consistent. So if we look at the numbers this season, 8 games scoring in single digits out of 11, that's not good enough. Shooting percentages bouncing all over the place, that's not great. Turnovers climbing, fouls stacking up, defensive lapses everywhere, multiple games where Spo literally has to pull him off the court. Outside of that 29-point game versus Portland and the 20-point game versus Memphis, he's been non-impactful in the rest of those games. So I can see why Spo is frustrated. And the Heat are now in position where we're going younger. He's getting the opportunity. He just can't squander it. He needs to step up. Is he going to be a part of the future? Based on his contract, yes, but based on the way he's been playing right now, he looks like he's someone that's going to be traded potentially when we do a consolidation trade eventually, where we can get hopefully a star on this team, because we need another star to actually compete with an OKC, with a Denver Nuggets team. Like, we can compete in the East based on what I've seen so far, with Tyler being out the whole year, Bam in and out, and Norm missing a few games. We can compete in the East. I'm not worried about the East anymore. I'm worried about the West. Can we even beat the Rockets? Can we even beat the Thunder? No. I don't think we can beat the Nuggets. No. But, like, the other teams, like the Rockets or whoever else, like, I don't even know if we could even beat the Warriors if they have a healthy Curry, Draymond, and Jimmy. He's only 22. He's 6'10" with guard skills. He's had vision. You could see the shooting potential. You could see the passing potential. And he's a good player. He's solid, but he's just playing like shit right now. So I'm literally calling him out right now for what it is. And I think he's going to be fine. I think he'll turn it around. But right now, he's not. And so the question is he still worth the investment? Is this just growing pains? Or are these red flags we need to take seriously? Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for more Miami Heat.